how to find the parallel line to a line that goes through a point. Now, let me draw this out to help make this make sense. Let's draw this line right here. So here's our XY axis, and this line right here, y equals negative x plus 2. The y-intercept is 0, 2, so let's go up to 0, 2. Put a point right at 0, 2. And then the slope is going to be I put an understood 1 there, it's going to be negative 1. Which means basically we can say down 1 over 1 as your rise and run. So let's go down 1 over 1, that takes us here. That takes us to the point 1 comma 1. Then down 1 over 1 again. That takes us to the point 2 comma 0. And I'll stop there. So this is the line for that y equals negative x plus 2. In fact, since there are going to be two lines here, let's call this line number 1. That's the one we start off with, line number 1. Now, there's also a point negative 4, 3. So I can find negative 4, 3 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3. There it is, right there. That point is negative 4, 3. What we're trying to do is create a new line that's going to be parallel to this one, and it has to go through the negative 4, 3. So let me kind of sketch such a line. It's going to look something like this. So we want the equation of this new red line that's going to be parallel to the old one, but also go through negative 4, 3. We'll call that y2. So how do you build such a line? Well, you basically need a point and a slope to build lines. So let's go get both of those. For the new line, we actually have a point. Okay, negative 4, 3. We also need a slope. So let's talk about where we can get a slope from. This line right here, y equals negative x plus 2, that's the first line. It has a slope of negative 1, which we can also call negative 1 over 1. The new line that we're going to make, number 2, it has to have a slope that's parallel to this slope. So the second slope has to be parallel. Parallel means you use the same slope. Okay, so equation number 2 is going to use this slope and this point. So let's create a line that has both these qualities. We'll call this line number 2. So y equals mx plus b. The y is going to be the 3. The m is going to be negative 1. The x is going to be negative 4. And then plus b. Okay, then let's solve for b. So we're going to multiply these two together and get a positive 4 plus b. And then subtract 4 from both sides. From there, we're going to get a negative 1 equals b. Okay, now that we have b, we can go back and say our second equation is going to equal the m, which is negative 1, times x, and then the b, which is negative 1. So this will be that second equation we were looking for. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, the original equation, we'll call this one y1, which is negative 2/3 x plus 2. And this one has a slope of negative 2/3, down 2 over 3. Our new equation needs a slope that's going to be the same, negative 2/3, but has the point 6 and negative 5. So our new equation will be based on this and this. So let's start finding the new equation. Y2 equals mx plus b. So our y is going to be the negative 5. The slope is going to be negative 2 over 3. The x is going to be 6 and plus b. Okay, now let's multiply these fractions here. We multiply negative 2/3. Let's see, bring that down a little bit. Sorry. When you're multiplying a negative 2/3 times a 6, you want to put a 1 under the 6 so we can multiply numerators. So 2 times 6 is negative 12, and 3 times 1 is 3. And negative 12 divided by 3 can be simplified to a negative 4. So let's put in the negative 4 here, and then we'll solve for b. Plus 4 plus 4, and we get negative 1 equals b. Therefore, we can conclude that the second equation will be y equals mx, and the m is going to be negative 2/3 then x, and then the b, which is negative 1. And this will be our second equation.